Hello and welcome to the second part of a special interview with Jaswant Singh, the former Finance Minister of India and the former Foreign Minister, on the biography he's just written of Muhammad Ali Jinnah, which was officially published on Monday. Mr. Jaswant Singh, let's start this second interview with the portrait you paint of the relationship between the early Gandhi and the early Muhammad Ali Jinnah. You say of their first meeting in January 1915 that Gandhi's response to Jinnah's warm welcome was ungracious. You say that Gandhi would only see Jinnah in Muslim terms, and the sort of implication that comes across is that Gandhi was less accommodating than Jinnah was.
I perhaps have not used the adjective that you have used. Jinnah returned in from his education in 1896. Gandhi went to South Africa and was returning finally. In between, he had come once. He was returning finally to India. It was 1915 already. Jinnah had gone to receive him. And of course he referred to in full summary to Gandhi. And Gandhi referred to Jinnah, but I'm very grateful that we have been a Muslim leader. That I think was born really of Gandhi's working in South Africa, not so much as the reality of what he felt, but the relationship subsequently did become competitive.
But you do call that response ungracious?
It was. I don't call it. I don't know whether I call it ungracious.
You do.
But I might have. It was when Jinnah is full summary receiving Gandhi, and Gandhi says, "I'm glad that I'm being received by a Muslim leader."
So he was only seeing Jinnah in Muslim terms.
Yes, which Jinnah didn't want to be seen.
Even when you discuss the impact of their political strategies in the early years before 1920, you suggest that Jinnah was perhaps more effective than Gandhi, who in a sense permitted the Raj to continue for 3 decades. You write, Jinnah had successfully kept the Indian political forces together, simultaneously exerting pressure on the government. Of Gandhi, you say, that pressure dissipated and the Raj remained for 3 more decades.
That is a later development, because the political style of the two was totally different. Jinnah was essentially a logician. He believed in the strength of logic. He was a parliamentarian. He believed in the efficacy of parliamentary politics. Gandhi, after testing the water, took to the trails of India, and he took politics into the dusty villages of India.
But in the early years up to 1920, you see Jinnah as more effective in putting pressure on the British than Gandhi.
Yes, because entire politics was really parliamentarians.
In fact, even the adjectives you use to characterize their leadership in the early years suggests a sort of, how shall I put it, slight tilt in Jinnah's favor. You say of Gandhi's leadership that it had an entirely religious provincial character. Of Jinnah's, you say, he was doubtless imbued by a non-sectarian nationalistic zeal.
He was non-sectarian. Gandhi used religion as a personal expression. Jinnah used religion as a tool to create something, but that came later. For Gandhi, religion was an integral part of his politics from the very beginning.
And Jinnah wanted religion out of politics at all times.
That's right. And the innumerable examples.
And in fact, Jinnah sensed or feared instinctively that if politics came into religion, it would divide.
There were two fears here. His one fear was that if the whole question of practice of mass movement was introduced into India, then the minority in India would be threatened, and we could have Hindu-Muslim riots as a consequence.
And the second fear?
The second fear was that this will result in bringing in religion into Indian politics.
Which he didn't want.
He didn't want that. Khilafat movement, etc. These are all examples.
And in a sense, would you say that events have borne out Jinnah?
Events, it didn't just Jinnah, it is Annie Besant. When the Home Rule League broke up, Annie Besant in the 20s actually resigning from the Home Rule League cautioned Gandhi, you are going down this path, this is a path full of peril.
Both Jinnah and Besant have been borne out.
That's right. In that sense that mass movement, unless combined with great sense of discipline, leadership and restraint, become chaotic.
As you look back on their lives and their achievements, Jinnah, at the end of the day, stood for creating a homeland for Indian Muslims, but what he produced was moth-eaten and it broke up into two in less than 25 years. Gandhi struggled to keep India united, but ended up not just with partition, but with communal passion and communal killing. Would you say at the end of their lives, both were failures?
Gandhi was a transparently honest man. He lived his political life openly. Jinnah did not even lead his political life, leave alone his private life openly. Gandhi led his private life openly. Noah Khadi, with a pencil stub, he wrote very movingly, "I don't want to die a failure, but I fear I might."
And did he, in your opinion?
Yes, I'm afraid the partition of land, the Hindu-Muslim divide, cannot really be called Gandhiji's great success.